Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. So if you're a fan of breaking down the real tactical nitty-gritty of the beautiful game, you are definitely in the right place today. We're zeroing in on an absolute titan of a match, the highly anticipated 2026 World Cup quarterfinal showdown between France and Morocco. I mean, we're talking high-stakes tactical chess, some serious off-pitch drama, and players chasing literal history. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Okay, let's dive into this. For those of us who obsess over international football, this matchup instantly gives you this massive sense of déjà vu, right? We all remember the 2022 World Cup semifinal. France managed to walk away with a 2-0 win, but man, Morocco pushed them to the absolute limit. They forced out some jaw-dropping saves from the French keeper just to hold on to that clean sheet. So the big looming question today is, can Morocco avenge that heartbreaking loss? Are we looking at a completely different outcome this time around?
Well, to figure that out, we really have to look at their past versus their present. That 2022 loss, gut-wrenching, sure, but it built so much undeniable pride. And contrast that with right now. Their 2026 route to this very quarterfinal has been paved with this almost terrifying momentum. They already knocked out a heavily favored Netherlands squad in a grueling penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw, and then they literally dismantled the host nation Canada, cruising to a 3-0 victory. The scary thing for France is that even when Morocco isn't playing picture-perfect flowing football, they've proven they can still completely crush a team.
And honestly, you don't just have to take my word for it. Just listen to what the French camp is saying. Guy, the assistant coach for France, flat out said, "This Morocco team is better than the one from the 2022 World Cup." I mean, wow. That just validates exactly how far Morocco has come as a cohesive, unified squad. When the guys in the opposite dugout are publicly praising your evolution before the opening whistle even blows, you know we are in for an absolute blockbuster.
Section 1. Off-pitch drama and suspensions.
Because, oh boy, the internet is absolutely ablaze with this right now. FIFA went ahead and appointed an all-Argentine referee crew led by Facundo Tello to officiate this match. And as you can probably guess, with the stakes this incredibly high, it has sparked wild fan and media chatter. We're talking widespread conspiracy theories swirling around that FIFA is somehow trying to rig the tournament in favor of Argentina. Now, obviously, our job here isn't to validate or take sides on any internet theories, but we do have to point out that the sheer volume of noise surrounding this appointment is deafening. Every single whistle today is going to be under a microscope. And this brilliantly illustrates how a top-tier manager handles that exact kind of global pressure. When reporters tried to press France's head coach Didier Deschamps about the whole Argentine referee thing, he just pragmatically shut it completely down. He simply said, "My opponent is Morocco, not the referee." He basically noted he expects a fair game, just like always, completely neutralizing the political noise in one sentence. It is a total masterclass in keeping your squad laser-focused on the actual tactics rather than getting sucked into media drama.
That being said, the referee's whistle still carries a massive amount of weight today for a very practical reason. Both teams have crucial stars walking a very precarious tightrope. Under tournament rules, if anyone listed here gets just a single yellow card today, they are suspended for the semifinal, assuming their team advances. For France, that's Tchouaméni, Koné, and absolutely crucially, Michael Olise, who already picked up a super contested yellow against Paraguay. And for Morocco, defensive rocks like Hakimi and Diop plus El Khanous are in the exact same danger. It completely changes the psychology of how aggressively these guys can go in for a tackle today.
Section 2. France's lethal attacking force.
1978. So why is this random year so vital to understanding France right now? Well, to truly grasp the sheer firepower this French squad possesses, we have to talk about a historic milestone that honestly hasn't been touched in decades.
And that milestone is all about Michael Olise. In his historic debut campaign, he has completed 10 dribbles, created 10 open play chances, and executed over 10 through balls. The very last player to hit those specific numbers in their debut World Cup, the legendary Brazilian Zico, back in 1978. It's just wild. Olise is playing out of his mind with this unbelievable level of confidence. And like we said, even with that frustrating yellow card hanging over his head from the Paraguay match, his playmaking momentum just hasn't slowed down one bit.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is comparing France's two main attacking engines side by side. You've got Kylian Mbappé, who is, as always, an absolute powerhouse. 7 goals, 2 assists, 12 chances created. Lethal, highly mobile, terrifying to defend. But look at Olise. He's sitting on 5 assists, and astonishingly, he actually leads Mbappé in line-breaking passes for the national team. Mbappé is brilliant at creating, for sure,
But Elise is the guy dropping into those deeper pockets to conduct the whole symphony. It's what makes the French attack so incredibly fluid and unpredictable right now.
Section 3. Morocco's resilient tactical setup.
So how on earth do you even begin to prepare to stop a French offensive machine that's out here breaking records from the 70s? Well, here's Morocco's defensive blueprint, and it comes down to absolute, unwavering discipline. They're going to set up in this highly structured 5-4-1 or 5-3-2 mid to low block. Essentially, they're packing their defense super tight, right close to their own goal. And unlike a lot of teams that completely panic when they don't have the ball, Morocco is more than happy to concede possession. They will just sit deep and squeeze the play, forcing France out wide to cut off those lethal central line-breaking passes. And hey, if the defensive wall does break, they have Bonu in goal, who is an elite shot stopper. He is a massive safety net for them, especially if this gritty match goes all the way to a penalty shootout.
Section 4. The tactical chess match. You see, France really doesn't mind that Morocco wants to sit back because the French have this highly specific three-step tactical trap specifically designed to dismantle a low block. Here's how it works. Step 1. Deep circulation. Guys like Koundé, Upamecano, and Saliba will just calmly, methodically pass the ball around the backline. They aren't rushing at all, they're purposely testing Morocco's patience. Step 2. Draw them out. While they pass, Elise drops deep into the midfield, creating a 4 versus 3 numerical overload. It's literal bait, trying to force Morocco's disciplined block to step out and press to win it back. And finally, step 3. The exact second Morocco steps up and vacates that space behind them, boom, France triggers a lightning-fast transition, launching the ball to find Mbappe's explosive runs right into that newly opened space. If Morocco falls for this trap even once, the game could be over in a flash.
So the crucial point here is the bench factor. If this intense, gritty chess match drags on into extra time, hitting that 120-minute mark, France can pull world-class, heavily experienced players right off their bench. We're talking guys like Konaté and Theo Hernandez who have been there and done that on the world's biggest stages. Contrast that with Morocco. Their bench is incredibly talented, no doubt, but it's largely made up of somewhat inexperienced 20 to 24-year-olds, many playing in their very first World Cup. In the dying, absolutely exhausting minutes of a quarterfinal, that huge disparity in high-stakes experience could very well be the ultimate edge.
Which brings us to our final question for today's explainer. Can Morocco actually pull off the ultimate upset? Look, we know France is stepping onto the pitch as the clear tournament favorite, backed by those historic attacking stats and a ridiculously deep bench. But we also know that in this tournament, literally anything can happen. If Morocco can just maintain that rigid tactical discipline, if they absolutely refuse to take the bait of France's deep circulation trap, and if they lean on their elite shot stopping to take it all the way to 120 minutes, could they survive the onslaught and make history? I'll leave you to ponder that one as we wait for kickoff. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your eyes on those tactical formations, and most importantly, enjoy the match.